Serious face now. Business socks, serious face, serious faces. Happy Friday, Ranger Nation. You made another week, so welcome to the Ranger Weekend Review, the show that goes over everything that happened in the world of Power Rangers. Power Rangers, Meow Rangers, maybe even. Wow, no second take on that one. And toku, so Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, Naruto, no. What do we actually don't really think we have much Ultraman or Godzilla this week, but definitely have a Super Sentai and Kamen Rider and Power Rangers that we're gonna be talking about. Naruto's my buddy tonight. Just long story short, cat not doing well. Cat not doing well. So bit feeling under the mental weather right now. So I got a buddy. We're talking about some Ranger news today. We've got Zenkaiger, hype. In his premiere, we're going to be chatting about episode 1 and our thoughts and everything on it. And I got the Geartlinger, so I'll give you a quick once-over on their henshin device as well as these gears. Because, oh my gosh, I love these gears. I've actually been carrying them in my pocket. I've been carrying one with me in my pocket, just like playing with it as a fidget cube. So it's been nice. What else is going on in the world of toku? Is there anything again? No. Let's see. Oh, mini plot. Got a little stuff for about Gao King. Yeah, some Saber stuff as well. But we're making up for it on Dino Fury. Lots of fun images and episode 3 chat, all of that. So I hope you guys have your drink, your comfort item, your other fidget item, and you're ready to go. Kick back and relax, Naruto, because the Ranger Weekend Review is starting right now. I got nothing. But I really, really did need that drink. I love these things. Plus, this reminds me of, I said it in my, earlier, but it reminds me of the Lupin Ranger hat. So I'm a really big fan of it. What's catching up on the chat roll? Look, love your red hair. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been fun. Have I seen the On the Ground music video yet? Yeah, I watched it last night. I watched it like 3 times in a row, and then I was like, oh god, I've got to get doing other stuff. But I haven't listened to it again today because I want to actually like lyric and like stuff with it. But yeah, Rose from Blackpink. I'm a big fan. Austin is also a fan. And yeah, she just released a new single like midnight last night. Excuse me. If Roxy had short red hair and green horns, that would be you. I love it. Larry, what's up? Welcome to the stream. I'm Lizato. No Zato. I'm Lizato. Funko's gonna release a 10-inch Godzilla pop. I could find a place for 3 to put that. Right there. Got the super red Lupin Ranger gear. Haven't been able to find the Geartlinger in stock anywhere. Oh, I'm sorry, Floof. I got mine from HLJ. I know, like, Toku Lector. Have you tried it? You've probably tried all of those. Kelly, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the show. This is it. This is how we're doing the show today. You know, I can't believe I didn't... wait, just for a moment. This transition's taking forever. Here we go. I'm once again asking you to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Leave a comment. Thank you. I had to put Bernie on there for just a second. Oh, look at the HLJ. You didn't see it listed? That's not good. We don't need any more intro stuff, right? Right, because we're not in the intro. We're going to start with Ranger news, and it's actually pretty much all Dino Fury. This week, let's toss on the Dino Fury header. So I feel like when I look up to see, all I see is hair. I promise I'm not avoiding... Actually, if I do this, you can't know if I'm looking at you or not. This is going to be my new thing. I'm the anonymous emo Liz streamer or something like that. In Dino Fury, we got a brand new episode last weekend. It was called Lost Signal, and I did do a review of it. If you want to check it out, I posted it like Monday, I think, or Tuesday, something like that. Anywho, I talk about a really, really cool morph, which we'll talk about a little bit in the episode. But if you do want to check it out, I did post a review of it. I really enjoyed the episode. This is hurting my neck. They're 3 for 3 right now on Dino Fury. I hope you're enjoying it. Let me know in the chat, guys. What do you think about Dino Fury so far? Is it like, if you had, I'd maybe even like all 3 episodes. You see all 3 episodes of the entire series out of 10. I'm giving it at least a 9. 9.5, 10 even. I'm really enjoying it. I love all of it. I just want to know what y'all are thinking like this. Jumbo Kong? Aww. Godzilla deserves 10-inch. Need 10-inch Megazord Funkos. Uh-huh. Yeah, I gotta get my shots so Larry can come over again. I'm like a puppy. Like, before we can have people over, gotta get Liz her shots. Oh, I'm saying I love it, man. Loving it so far. Loving it. 10 out of 10. It'll be a 100 out of 10 when Izzy and Javi show up. I've not seen Ep 3 yet, but I like the show so far, so I'll give it a 9. So a 9 out of 10 out of the 2 eps you saw, Kelly. Fantastic. We got this right here. Another 10 out of 10. We got some great Zato backstory in this episode. So if you're interested at all, if I'm saying interested at all, but I'm not going to spoil a lot of it, but you get to know a little bit more about his backstory. You get to see his mom. His mom, guys. How often you get to see Rangers' moms? Not very often. But Amelia and him, just the dialogue overall, I feel like has really, really been strong. Basically, they get a signal and they can't really decode it. And by the end, they still can't really decipher it. But it's Zato kind of rising up as a leader and trying to have to get rid of some of the doubts and worries, like not knowing how to do stuff, because you also remember he lost his entire other team. So, he might have some confidence issues, and then as this new team of his was all getting hit frozen, and yeah, but he overcomes all of it. There's some really great stuff in this episode, so check it out. We also get our first big Megazord. Like, Megazord? What did that come from? I don't think that's an actual way of saying the word. But Megazord, even, we did get that. We're going to get, some fun one. Episode 4. I'm going to throw this one up here. This is not going to happen next week, guys. Why didn't I start with a preview for next week's episode? Because we don't have any episode this weekend. Wah, wah, wah. What are we getting instead? We're getting the Kids' Choice Awards that night. Now, I did like that at least last year, the Beast Morphers was, nominated for an award. I don't think they got anything this year. At least nobody's mentioned anything to me. So, nothing on that, but so no new episode this Saturday, which is actually great because I had completely forgotten. It's those things where you're like, I know, but then you completely forget about it, and then you're like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I was just like, oh, man, how am I going to get this episode review recorded tomorrow? I don't have to. But on a sad note, we don't get a new episode of Dino Fury, so that makes me sad. But when episode 4 does come through, it's going to be called New Recruits. Void Knight's new general, Boom Tower, tries to steal a mysterious orb from the city museum. When the Dino Fury Rangers struggle to stop him, they get help from an unexpected source. And who is that source gonna be? I'm gonna guess it's the Black and the Green Rangers, because the very next episode is gonna be called Winning Attitude. This is gonna happen on the 27th. Izzy is determined to win a big race with the help of her Special Olympics athlete cousin Lily. After Lily misses a training session and Izzy rejects more help, her sportsmanship is put to the test. So, hey, right off the bat, we get an Izzy focus episode. So, okay, you know what? Descriptions aren't always the strongest. Be fine. So those are what we got so far. A brand new one that we did get for this week, Saturday, April 3rd. Let me find a team at base. There we go. We'll pretend that this is going to be the image from the episode. It's probably not, but that's fine. Episode 6, Superstition Strikes. Amelia thinks she's cursed with bad luck and is reluctant to help the Dino Fury Rangers, afraid she'll cause more harm. But when monsters attack the base, she learns the truth about luck. So that is our next 3 episodes we have coming to us. And that is, again, not tomorrow, but the following 3 Saturdays. And then, unless it gets preempted for anything else, we should probably get then episode 7 and 8. Usually that's about the debut of the Gold Ranger, where he gets, like they show up, right? Like, they're in episode 8, and then we get the hiatus, so we can start getting, Gold Ranger merch and stuff over the course of the summer while hiatus is going on, and then, they go back, and then we get to 14 episodes in a row or something. It's insane. But again, if you want to hear the episode review for episode 3, Lost Signal, I do have that posted, but I've got to show you some of these amazing pictures from Simon Bennett. So he's been posting them to his Instagram this week, and I don't want to say that, he was inspired or wanted to thank me for me going on and on about the set, and I really want to see more images of it. But he's posting stuff like this. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh, I love this stuff. So I am an idiot. I wasn't even following him on Instagram. I didn't realize he was even on Instagram. And then I saw, like, oh, I just see these pictures. No, I have not. Because you guys know I was going on about the throne, right? And how much I was like, oh, that's really cool looking. I wish I could see more. Then he also goes ahead and he posts this next picture you're going to see. And it's Buzz Blast, like, while it's under construction. Go check him out on Instagram. I will have a link to it, but pictures like this. This is the Solon, one of the fittings for it. I love it. All of these images, but the ones that hooked me the most, and I'll save all the individual shots for you to go look them up and stuff. Believe me, I've saved them to my computer. But he has some great shots of Dino Hinge, of some of the individual statues of all of them, the Tricera one, Mosa one. He's been posting kind of like almost a new image every day, so go give him a follow and seeing some amazing Dino Fury stuff. But I have to, oh yeah, here's the other one that I had to show you guys, because remember, and anytime I was talking about Sporix, how much I'm just like, I love this design, these things are awesome looking. He posts a picture of the actual physical prop of a Sporix. Are you guys loving this as much as I am? Maybe this is just a me thing, but I'm just huge fan of stuff like this stainless steel throne. Yeah. Mad Max, yeah, it's just, oh yeah, I like how Void Knight's not obsessed with the Ranger's powers. That's a really good one too. Void Knight's just trying to do his own thing. The powers are created to stop him, and he's not like, I'm gonna go after the Rangers. I'd say, yeah, that's a really good point. And the Sporix, yeah, man, they're super awesome looking. So I'm like, no worries, Megazord HQ, thanks for popping in. Nope. What if the source is Mick and not green and black? Because if this happens, I'll be rolling on the floor laughing. Maybe. I want when it comes from space, so the thing with Lost Signal is that there's a message and they have it, but they just can't decode it. So, like, they don't really know what it is. And so, like, so I've seen, what if it's, like, the Gold Ranger, he's on his way, or maybe it is Mick, or maybe it's a message from his home planet. I don't know, but there is a small plot line about Madam Indigo. That was her name. So Madam Indigo, whoa, Orange Ranger videos. Welcome to the chat. But Madam Indigo was like, oh, I see y'all and how, but like, she had the thing kind of right about there is a message, and it very well could be someone wanting to speak to him. The thing about Amelia and Ollie, however, was I was rolling, like, but Ollie called you Honey Muffin. I don't know about y'all, but it absolutely just cracked me up. So we had all that, but I will say that she was kind of right, Madam Indigo, because Jane and Jayborg did find a Sporix, remember? So I did think that was a little, like, interesting. So I kind of want her to end up being real, like, Ollie and Amelia end up together and whatever, and by the end, she just walks by and she's like, told you so. Told you so. Like Theo and Lily, yeah, maybe. I ship them. I'll ship them. All right, and I think that is about where we're going to cut it with Dino Fury. 'Cause y'all, we've already spent this last bit. Oh, while you're looking, you know what? I'll show you. I'll pop in another image while I talk about this last two quick things. Because I thought, well, I thought they were kind of neat. Why did I think they were neat? One of them, because I did it. I decided to make a, oh, here. Oh, no, I'm going to show you Zato's mom. That's who I'm going to show you, and I'm going to show you her because it's fitting. You'll hear why in a second. This week was International Women's Day, and I decided to make a thread of women creators or in the fandom, or then pretty much I was like, hey, if you have any, suggest them to me, and you still can if you want. I will have a link to them in the notes below. But I just wanted to be able to find a place where there are other female creators in the fandom. There are ones of us out here, and you know, maybe it'll inspire other girls out there that there are at least some of us out here. It's not just guys. We have a voice. We're pretty cool, I promise. And you can make some content too if you want. But the last thing is that there was a UBS Global Consumer and Virtual Reality or whatever conference. Hasbro basically did a little talk, and Brian Golder mentioned that Power Rangers is developing a show aimed at teens and adults apart from the current kids programming. So, is this new at all? No, but it's not, it's a little more like in black and white. Like, said it, like, this is what it is. So, you don't have to try to be like, this is what we think. Like, he's saying, there's another show. What in the world is that show going to be? I feel like that should be a video in and of itself for myself. Like, what is a non-kids Power Ranger show going to be? Is it, I mean, could it be like an adult animated, you know, like more of the like Batman cartoons based off like the graphic novels? Because that would be cool, like more of a Shattered Grid where things are all, you know, meeting in weird places and time. Or is it going to be something, I don't know, Shattered Grid? Like, how do you, this is a very interesting time to be in the world of Power Rangers, because right now, I feel like we're on the cusp of some things, and even though some days when I'm just like, you know, it's kind of just like the same old, it's like, there's big stuff on the way. Liz, stay with it, be consistent, grow your channel. We're going to get the news. One day I'll hit 10,000 subs. That's my goal. That's my next goal. Would 100,000 subs or something like that be cool? Yeah, I would love to have a plaque one day. But I'd be really happy with just double digits too. So, you know, hit that share button to your friends if you want. Because we're going to have a lot to talk about in the world of Power Rangers in the months and years to come at this rate. Hasbro's definitely got some big plans. Moving off of, let me pop those off real quick. Moving off of all of that, it's time to talk a little bit about comic news. Just have a bit of comic news. Issue 5, whoops, not you. There we go. Issue 5 of Mighty Morphin did come out this week. It was on March 10th. The new Green Ranger's identity has been revealed. Now, for the first time ever, discover their top secret origin and what comes next. In addition, yeah, I have not caught up with the comics. I don't have a ton of thought on it, I guess I should say. I am going to check in with a chat real quick. Ranger ladies in the house. Woo! I love it. Consider the Power Ranger answer the Androids. Animated Shattered Grid TV series. Yeah. I think the split is real. Yeah, the split. The split is, it's happening. I'd like to go to the direction of the DC Titans show. It's amazing, wild, and crazy. Next year's a totally blank slate. Yeah, what in the world is going to happen? I have no idea. But in the comics, we at least have Mighty Morphin 5 again. So that's out this week if you want to check it out. And then the other thing, I found this 2 nights ago or so on Amazon. There is going to be the next deluxe edition hardback for Mighty Morphin. It's going to be Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Necessary Evil hardback. Yeah, and that will be finishing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So if you've been collecting all of the hardback books, you had Shattered Grid and whatever, and Beyond the Grid, this is gonna be the last one, Necessary Evil, and yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be $75 coming out on November 16th. I'll have a link to it below, or if you just look like right in the notes under the quick little description, there's like a store/Amazon/Ranger Liz. If you click it, you'll see the links to Kamen Rider stuff I'm talking about, Dino Fury stuff I'm talking about, comic stuff I'm talking about. So all of that, it's all just under that one link to make it a little bit easier. That is, I mean, it's kind of wrapping it up. We don't have an image or anything for it, but yeah, I mean, we do have a release date, at least. In gaming news today, we finally got, guys, for the first time in forever, Operation Overdrive gets some love. And they, of course, got to give it to Taizan, because if you're going to give a season, you know, I mean, you just might as well give it to the 6th Ranger. He is balanced, and he is epic. And my music just got really loud for a quick second on there. Sorry about that. Balanced, epic. I don't play the game anymore. They were doing, I think I told you guys last week about Battle for the Grid. They were doing that content creator program. So they're probably still looking for people. If you're watching and you like to do, you know, creating content and stuff, reach out to, it's Enway. Yeah, Enway does Battle for the Grid and Legacy Wars. No crazy, you know, it's a weird week when it's like, there's nothing really in merch news. I'll take Taizan off real quick. Yay, he's out. So if you pre-ordered him on Amazon, he's out. Just so it really just confuses me where like some of these guys have their weapons and some don't. Why? But yeah, I have Adam. It was fear of missing out. It was because he's one per case. He's one per case, and I don't know. I'm just afraid he's going to be really, really, really hard to get. So I went ahead and I'm like, yeah, I should probably get one of him on pre-order. Because, again, did not want to miss out on this. Excuse me. I'm going to talk about, you know what I'm going to talk about next? I'm going to talk about Toku next. For some reason, okay, so this is a weird, like, Ranger Liz first world problem, but for some reason my Toku news does not load. One of my Toku newses does not load. One of them does, one of them does not, and it's the image that you're gonna see right up there. I don't know what that means, but it just doesn't work for some freaking reason. I mentioned this last week, and it is Carpio Man. Now, I mentioned it, so Chris Cantata, who you guys know does a ton of stuff with Rangers, is in the Philippines, I think. Philippines? Yeah, maybe. Philippine mythology. Anywho, I didn't want to have his country wrong. Shot me a message, he's like, hey, I'm doing this show, would you mention it on your show? I'm like, okay. So, I watched the trailer for it, and I'm like, hey, this seems really cool. So, I told you guys about it. Premiere episode came out. It's not even a premiere episode, it's a pilot episode. So this isn't really a full show, it's just a pilot episode. I'm not kidding you guys, it needs to be a show. I was so mad at the end that there wasn't going to be an episode 2. It's good. It's really good. It's got heart, like, I like the style of it. It's a indie toku, but there's so much production value to it. There's so much heart to it. I can't say enough. I really did. I watched it. I'll probably end up watching it again. It's mostly not in English, but I mean, if you're used to watching tokusatsu and stuff anyway, that's not probably a big deal breaker for you. It's completely subbed and everything. It's right on Chris Cantata's channel, and check it out. Please go watch it, like it, leave a comment, do whatever you can, tell a friend if you watch it and you enjoyed it. And this is like, he just reached out and said, hey, I'm doing this, would you mind mentioning it? Like, he has no idea how much I really enjoyed this pilot episode. But you gotta watch it. It was a really great toku, and it just I hope it gets picked up by someone, something, somehow, so there can be more episodes of it. The fight was good. It was fun, but it was more than just about that. It's just like the story about a dad and his kid, and I put this in quotes because you'll learn more about the story of the two of them. But like, he's just trying to do best, and it's great. It was your normal toku time. It was like 23 minutes long. Please go give it a watch. I really don't think you will regret it. I definitely, there was lots of chuckling, and it was great. It really was. So now I guess we have to get on to our more, I don't want to say officially licensed to make this sound like this is, bootleg or something, because it's not. It's just indie. But we do need to talk about Kamen Rider news, and for that, let's talk about Gem right here. Kamen Rider Sabre and Master Logos and Sabella's sword voice actress have been revealed. I don't know if you caught my phone made a sound. I'm going to put it on silent real quick. There we go. Oh my gosh, it's packed. I got a lot of alerts going on tonight of other people streaming. It's a busy night tonight. So, we got Sabre. I'm so far behind on Sabre. I'm sorry that I don't know anything of what's actually going on anymore. But we finally got stuff about Master Logos, the leader of the Sword of Logos. And he is going to be played by Genta Shinken Gold, also known as his actual name as, let's see, Keisuke Soma. Best known as, man, I love Shinkenger. If you guys want a Sentai recommendation, you watch Shinkenger. You won't regret it. That is a great Sentai right there. So that's just kind of crazy that he was in Sentai. He was and they did a quick crossover with Decade. So he's kind of been in a Rider before. Apparently in like episode 20 he was in hooded, and then we start learning a little bit more about him. And then we also got the voice actress for what's her name, Sabella. Okay, you guys know I love Kiva. I keep wanting to say Kivala. If you're wondering, like, Liz, why can't you say this? I keep wanting to say Kivala. It's not Kivala. It's Sabella. And she has her own voice actress. Miyu Fukuda is going to be the voice actress of her sword. So that's pretty cool that her sword gets its own voice actress for it. We it's kind of about it as far as Sabre goes. There was some other quick stuff. Found these guys popped up on Amazon if you're interested in logo displays. Now the one on the left, so logo displays, they look nice. You put them in front of your figure art or whatever. The one on the right is a 15, so that's like that form of the medal, and then the middle one's like 20. It has a 10th anniversary. The one on the left, you're like, that's 25. I don't get it. It's a smaller one. There's actually all three of them. It's the Tatoba set, just Tatoba. You can't not do it. It's got all three of them: lion, hawk, grasshopper. So it only has the red one pictured, but don't worry, all of them are on there. And finally, I've definitely got to get watching this one. Maybe tonight, we'll see. Super Live has had the video streamed, and it has been subbed. The Super Live, you get Saber, Blade, Zero, and Vulcan, Valkyrie, Geo, Gates, Decade, and Rider number 1. Our heroes face enemies not seen in any TV series and are based on various Japanese heroes. It is fully subbed, so take a look at it. I can't remember the exact, like, how long it is, but I know it's not like a super long. It's not like over an hour or anything. So give that a watch if you want to have some fun live show neatness. I had someone sent to me, and I cannot remember who it is. Someone sent me this awesome video about there's a school who does they'll do like the morphing call or whatever for Sentai heroes, and they've been doing it for a while for their like high school talent shows, and I think that's really neat. We're not going to talk about Zenkaiser. I was going to say Kira Major. We're not going to talk about Zenkaiser. We're going to quite yet. We are going to talk about this mini plot line. There isn't a ton about it, but we did get. I'll throw the Sentai logo up in a second. We're going to get some pre-orders and stuff opening on March 19th. But we have the Super Mini Plot line. It's going to be rebranded. And we're going to have Gal Ranger is going to be the main one that they start with. And hey, there's that Sentai logo right there. Ooh, before I really start talking about Zenkaiger, what did y'all think? Did you see it? Have you watched it? And what do you think? Don't let Samurai spoil Zenkaiger for you. Yeah, they kind of copy and pasted some stuff. I never even finished watching Samurai. I watched the first, 8 episodes. And I'm like, I'll get back to this eventually. But I'm fine. Kivala, yeah, she was awesome. Hey, Liz, what's up, Ethan? Thanks for making the thanks for making the show. When I talked about get a song when it wasn't a core combo. Is Nickelodeon coming on the App Store? I don't understand. Is Nickelodeon coming on the App Store? I don't know. I thought Nickelodeon had an app. Maybe it doesn't. Previous King O's really liked Tatoba. Yes, he did. And with getting rid of Gal Ranger, Gal, blah, 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 blah. Gal, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I don't really know words to any of that. I rewatched all of Samurai a couple of months ago. It's not too bad, but it's lazy and has some uncomfortable undertones. Yes, is the main baddie's daddy. Hold up. It's that right there. My camera probably won't focus on it, but it's still... I told you, gonna put it right there. Samurai was pretty good, but it was good for the exact same reasons Zenkaiger was good. Yeah. What do you mean rebranded? With the Super Mini Plot, they're just giving it a new name, like a fancy coat of paint. They do that every once in a while. I mean, I feel like. Haven't watched Zenkaiger, by the way. Still way behind. It's only been episode 1, Sean. You're fine. God, I know. He wants to catch up with everything else. So I was a huge fan. Making Jane White was an interesting choice. Yes. We'll say that is interesting, to say the least. Zenkaiger, episode 1. Where do we even begin? There are worlds in a world taken over with Sentai gears. We start off looking at old series, and I don't want to do a complete review, but this is gonna kind of be where it is for the rest of the night. We're just gonna be chatting about Zenkaiger episode 1, chatting about what you liked, what you didn't like. So let's hear it rolling on the chat. Any and all Zenkaiger fun stuff you want to go on about. So these worlds are slowly just being, I don't know, taken over, but they're being locked up in these Sentai gears. So with that, and they're just stuck there, I guess. What happens from there? Well, the whole show. Apparently, while trying to get the last Sentai gear, they were trying to get Kikai Topia, and then it somehow ended up merging with Earth. So we have the Kikanoids and humans living together on Earth. It seems to be going well enough, but the Toshitendo Empire is not Toshitendo Dynasty. I am sorry. is not standing for it mostly because the guy's stuck in a wall and he can't stand. I don't have a picture. I don't know why I pointed over there. I'll have a picture. It's just going to take a second because, live show and whatnot. Because he's stuck in a wall. Him and his bird. They can't do anything. The big baddie's literally stuck in a wall, but he's got a hole where a bird can go, and so he comes out and talks to him. But he really likes the bird. His name's Geji, and so that's where he's got a soft spot for all of them. So not all of the Kikanoids are bad. Obviously, we have some good ones. Clearly, the people that I'm putting on the screen right now aren't good because of, mood lighting and whatnot. You can clearly tell they're not good people. Look at that. I mean, they're all purples and stuff like that. Void Knight. Think of the Shadow line from Tokuger. Those are bad guys right there, right? Anywho, one of them is on like a little tanky chair. One of them just looks kind of normal. And then you've got Wall Dude and Geji the bird. So that's kind of about it for right now of all we really got going on in the Empire. We get 2 team members to start off the show. One of them is going to be Zenkaiser, who apparently is a YouTuber. So I didn't get this joke. I thought that when he first came into the show, I thought the YouTuber joke was just funny because it's 2021. But no, apparently his actor also has a YouTube channel. He was going to try to bungee jump off of a really tall tower and they stopped him. But at least he thought ahead. So, okay, this guy has plans. He's got ambitions. He's going to bungee jump off of a tower. Kelly came in a really strange line of the show, but he gets booted out, right? And then the other guy that we get to meet is this guy known as Joran. It's gonna be Zenkai Joran. Once I get him popped up there, you're gonna see him. I love it. And the first thing that he said when he lands on this world, he's like, "What the heck is this?" They're on Earth, and people are obviously upset, and they're screaming, and things are crazy. But Tokuger was purple. I know. Toku has many, many debates. So these are the 2. We get Joran, who's going to be the Mighty Morphin looking dude, and you're going to get the regular Ranger, the normal Ranger. We first meet him. He also, after getting kicked out, he has to go get some cotton candy after a month because he's meeting the Kikanoids. I know, I'm kind of jumping all over with this here. It's a really hard place to start an entire show. The Sentai is a little wackadoodle, but I'm really loving it. All right, Liz is going to have to focus. You ready? I was doing too many snapshots. What did I get? I just have Overtime. That's just who I grabbed. If you want to know where I got them. Overtime. After a month of peace between the Kikanoids and the humans, the Sojinda Dynasty decides to start attacking because they weren't making any progress with their gear. This is when things really get nuts. So, Kaito, Zenkaiser, he tries to stop them. Hey, you're a bad guy, blah, blah, blah. Don't. He gets thrown all the way back to his grandma's candy shop. I love the fact that it's a candy shop because it just makes people happy. And grandma kicks total booty with a broom. So he goes back there. They're like, what's going on? He finds Sekshan, who I will go ahead and throw an image up on so you know who I'm talking about here. He's this bird right here. And he's, I'm going to never give up and go everything full throttle. And he becomes alive. And so he starts telling them, hey, I have a place for you to go. You need to sit down right here on this, magic chair. And it's not a magic chair. It's actually just a normal stool. Ha ha, he's lying to you. It's not a normal stool. It's actually going to drop you off into a secret base. That's right. There is a new secret base underneath the candy shops, which the grandma's like, I can't believe this has been here the entire time. It's very, very green screen, right? There's just some things that you have to forgive. It's green screen. Call it COVID, call it whatever. It's going to be a green screen kind of area, but it does have some really neat things like with the holographics and the projections and stuff that you're going to be able to see. Come to find out, Kaito's parents had discovered the existence of parallel worlds, but not just Kikaitopia. They've actually discovered a lot of them which have Sentais defending them. So these are all like parallel worlds going on right now. How are you going to defeat them? What are you going to do this shot? I feel like I took so many screen grabs just because I thought there were so many cool shots that I'm like, oh, I'm going to kind of want that like as a background one day, right? Like, I might want that for a background for my stream. These Geartlingers right here. Let me search. Geartlinger, where you put the Sentai gears. Take a gear like this, pop it in. Wait, make sure the power's on. Close. It's not picking up a lot, but there we go. I really like this thing, and you also have to. Okay, now I'm gonna turn it off so it doesn't go off. It's a few more times. Oh, I'll just have my Joran one that I'll sit and fiddle with down here. So he gets these really, really awesome weapons. And the first thing he does, I love, he tries to give one to his grandma. Now, he, of course, is like, this is his expected outcome. And you'll see it right here. He is very, very excited for it. She absolutely will have nothing to do with it. Obviously, I'm old. Quiet you. Just not gonna have this. So who does he go out? He goes out, tries to find someone to help fight back, and he finds Joran, and he is defending a boy from getting whacked. And so that is enough for him to say, "You are a good guy. I am going to give you this gun." Now, a little bit back, and since we just don't have enough time to do a whole episode review, I want Grandma to become Zenkaiser Floof. I really do. Go back. He got dissed by the other Kikinoids who were invading, and they're like, "You're just some commoner." And they're like, "Attack him too." And it's like, what? Like, the humans are afraid of him because they think he's just gonna attack him. So he decides to fight back. He's becoming a member of Zenkaiger. And the first thing he does, I love, no gear, no nothing, just bam, shoots off one of the mooks that are just standing there. They're like, what? And then they have to do the whole, no, you more like this, and you do this, and it's a really fun exchange from all of them. But they do eventually henshin, and the henshin is, it's really fun. There's only 2 of them, but I did just overall the colors and everything are really, really fun on it. And we get this cool like little 2-man pose, which looks a lot like what his parents looked like in a flashback, which just don't really have time to talk about for all of this, but it was a really neat pose, and they got to fight. Grandma is, of course, like, what is going on? Because, she's a little bit in shock right now. Like, she knew her kid found parallel worlds, but this is all just getting a little bit too crazy for all of me. You're a good person. I mean, I was just gonna eat this kid, but sure. Here we go. This is fine. Yeah, I just had to include that picture because Grandma she's just pretty funny. So we do get power-ups in the show. Depending on what Sentai gear they use from her past season, they get some of their powers. So the one like for Zhuozher, he got Zhuo Eagle's wings, so he was kind of flying around. The big fun thing that gets to happen, and that is that Joran becomes giant. He is his own mecha, folks. That is right. He is his own mecha. He just gets big, and he fights like that. It is so Mighty Morphin retrospect. It's so, and I'm sorry that I just gotta keep calling it Mighty Morphin because it's, a Zyuranger technically when we're talking about all of this. But, oh my gosh, it is just so neat. And then what does he do? You know how he actually takes out the baddie through all of this? Is that he goes back to his robot dino form, flings himself towards him, bounces off, flies up in the air. I hope you're all following all these pictures I'm trying to throw up here for you. And eventually end on a 2-person finisher Zenkaiser blasting down, and Joran takes out the guy with his butt. With the tail. Yes, that's right. With the tail. You get taken out with the tail. Afterwards, of course, it's all where I figured it's usually just the ending, right? And you're like, oh, okay, it's just lead into next episode. But it really led into the next episode because they're all back at the candy place and they're like, oh, grandma's gonna go out and she's gonna get stuff for trying to find out. She's gonna make a meal or something. But what do they walk out and they find but mushrooms on everyone's heads? And that, my friends, is going to take us to episode 2, which will be next week. And I normally don't do a big episode review or anything or try to break down something like that, but it was the first episode of a whole season, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing a little bit more about this amazing team. Really enjoyed it. I'm probably gonna watch it again. Yeah, I watched it twice, but never really just get to sit through and watch it, so we'll see. But I'm playing with this. I'm worried about the kitty and whatnot, so it's been a rough day-ish, but it could be a lot worse. So put that into perspective, right? Always put that in perspective. It could always be worse. She's still here right now, so I have that. So I'm gonna be happy. But what would you guys give after seeing it again? Any other thoughts on Zenkaiger or changing of a rating? If you had to give episode 1 out of 5, how many gears? 5 out of 5 gears? I finished my drink. He's never came down and brought me another one. I never asked, but yeah, this is it's gonna be a crazy show, and I can't wait to see all of it. 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5. Yeah. Overall, great show. Great. But I'm gonna say, I'm gonna pop up real quick. Wait. Something. Here we go. I do some more. Throw my thank you to Patreons for the end of the video. Definitely have to throw that up there. Thank you guys so much for being there and sticking with me through some adjustments. You can find me on Patreon. You can find me on YouTube. Hit the join button below to get some fun stuff by your name. Or, just check me out wherever else. But I'm so glad everybody's kind of giving it 5 out of 5 stars. It's weird that we didn't have any Ultraman news. Nothing else really, so kind of just ending it on this. It's a bit of a weird week, I guess. I don't know. I haven't been very strong this week at all. Dino Fury review was a day late. My live streams are yeah. That's all right. But I'm going to go find my cat and go snuggle with her and I don't know. Get back with it, but refresh my mind this weekend. Hopefully get back to all of this refreshed next week. Same bad time, same bad place. Ranger Weekend Review. So okay, well, I just want to say thanks everyone for staying to the end. I know live streams are weird. They don't have the normal cutoff that they normally do for me, but Arucho says thank you, and thanks for liking the live streams. It's definitely changing the channel a lot. It's a bit different swapping to live streams on YouTube, but we'll get there, right? We'll get there. All right. No one told you today. I love you, and I think you're awesome. I'll see you later. Doodles. Bye. Bye, says Aruto.